losing streak and registered their first victory in Big 12 play as Saturday afternoon in the Big 12 is underway, and the ladies from Stillwater decked out in those electric orange jerseys as UCF knighted in white here today. As the Cowpokes averaging 82.5 points per game as Staley Hurd able to get the first bucket of the game, and we are underway from Orlando.
And for the Knights, that is not what you want to see to start this game off. You see Staley Hurd, their best player, getting an easy, uncontested layup. The Knights are going to have to tighten up defensively.
And Ben Staley Hurd was nearly, well, could have been the hero of the game, at least send it into overtime, as last time out, they would fall on the road to Houston as her three-pointer, there were time ticking down, would fall to the wayside, and the Houston Cougars would upset Oklahoma State earlier in the midweek. As they're looking for a bounce-back effort here today in Orlando, as Hurd will let it fly from the three-point line, and now Emily Rodriguez, a talented freshman for the Knights, walks it up to work. And flicking it up and flicking it in for Emily Rodriguez. Count the bucket, is taking the contact in a tough angle.
That is an impressive finish. You see her come down poised, under control, and says, hey, I know you're very talented on the other end on the defensive side, but I'm going to get into my bag early. She's trying to answer that run and ignite this Knights offense. What a good move by her and a great finish from a freshman.
Yeah, a little hesitation move there initially, and then was able to attack as comes off a game in which she would go for 16 points in the loss against 10th-ranked TCU. As it would be a 90-81 victory for the Horned Frogs. But that was a game, Ben, in which head coach Satia Messer really liked the fight of her ladies, as Oklahoma State going to cough it up here, a little unforced error action.
Yeah, for UCF, even though they haven't gotten their first win in conference, Coach Satia Messer has talked about how they have shown improvement in the right areas.
As J.C. Hoyt, head coach here for Oklahoma State, as a new mom as well here for J.C. Hoyt.
Which is impressive in itself. I mean, if you're fortunate enough to have kids, you know, the fact that she's on this sideline having a young child at home is extremely impressive.
Here is Ossie in transition. She was the trailer, gets it atop and knocks it home. And the Cowgirls now with a 5-3 advantage.
The three-point line is going to be integral in this one for the Knights. They're going to have to take that away. When you watch Oklahoma State, they share the ball with the best of them.
Off the mark is Allie Stedman. As now J.C. Hoyt's Cowgirls up into the forecourt. This year number 3 for Hoyt in Stillwater. Catch and fire three on its way. That was from Micah Gray, the Seton Hall transfer. And now Emily Rodriguez pushing up floor, trying to find Akkad. Instead, it's Hurd. She picked it off. One woman to beat. As Hurd all the way to the 10, lays it up and in. And Staley Hurd now with 4 of the 7 points here for Oklahoma State. Crossing up. That's the point guard for UCF, Nay Brown, the ETSU transfer. She'll get into the paint, and she will travel with the orange. As she got nudged as she got there into the box and took an extra step.
Yeah, she tried to force the action. Sometimes as a player, you try to take on that challenge and say, hey, this person's really trying to press up on me. Let me prove to them that I can get by and get a basket. But when you look over at that sideline, Coach Satia Messer is telling her to pass the ball. She just needed to get off of it and get it back.
As down inside the easy score. As Magassa and a timeout on the floor, Satia Messer. As the Cowgirls coming with a little bit of a punch here out in this first 3 minutes of basketball as we'll step aside. Timeout on the floor, 6-point Cowgirl advantage.
This is incredible. Curiabello looks 100% as she passes through the leading edge rehab center. Our surgeons aren't the only ones honing their skills today. 7 floors dedicated exclusively to orthopedics and spine, and she can't be stopped on any of them. Just the goalie to beat. But wait.
Orlando Health Jewett Orthopedic Institute. Choose well.
thought you knew is brand new.
We on a new wave. This ain't what it was.
See, when the game changes, so do we. Every day, every play. Always been greater than 12, now standing 16 strong.
In every end zone.
Any time zone. When everyone else keeps asking, what's next? We know we are.
Hey, Carrie, you're clear.
Vamos.
This is incredible. Carrie Bello looks 100% as she passes through the leading edge rehab center. Our surgeons aren't the only ones honing their skills today. 7 floors dedicated exclusively to orthopedics and spine, and she can't be stopped on any of them. Just the goalie to beat. But wait.
Orlando Health Jewett Orthopedic Institute. Choose well.
Have you ever wondered if there was a place where access to excellence isn't guarded by ivy, but open to all who strive for greatness? Where education leads to more than a degree, it opens a door to a career and a better life. Where imagination ignites invention and innovation, and the boundaries between science and creativity converge. That place is here, the University of Central Florida, a place for those who dare to invent.
Cowgirls running out to a 9-3 advantage, forcing Satia Messer to call the timeout. Time now to introduce you to the third member of our crew. Here is Cecily Webb on the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. Anna grew up surrounded by basketball with her mom being a coach. She started attending practices at just a couple months old. At first, initially, she told me she didn't want anything to do with basketball. But the turning point happened for her when she really started to play games. The thrill of the competition just kept her going. Her mother's influence didn't stop with introducing her to basketball, but she continued to be a guiding voice, telling her it's okay to be different and it's actually necessary. To this day, she watches all of her games from back home in Estonia and gives her feedback, both good and bad. Anna told me it means a lot to have someone who understands me as a basketball player outside of this program, and I know she has my back no matter what. Ben, you played at the college level. How important is it to have that support system?
It's huge. It's everything. I think the number one thing with that story that you just told is it really highlights the transferable skills that you learn through competition and participating in athletics. So I think she fell in love with the competition. Huge part of that helps you overcome adversity, handle challenges in the right way, handle the things that you cannot control, and respond accordingly. So it's just a warming story. It's something that I can definitely relate to.
Annegret Ossie there with the distribution downstairs to Magassa. And it is an 11-3 lead now, a 9-0 Cowgirl run. And a steal here for the ladies from Stillwater on the push. It's Alexia Smith. She gets into the lane and hangs and hits.
Coach Hoyt talked about it, getting back to playing Cowgirl basketball. And that she talked about playing fast, playing aggressive, and they have done just that. The energy is noticeable in this one. 4
turnovers here for UCF. Ashala Kott able to spin into the lane. You saw the ball fake and then is able to score it up and in. That's the sophomore from Ottawa, Ontario for the Knights. Nearly a 3-minute drought before the Akot score for UCF. Shot fired, right wing is up and good for Micah Gray as the top 3-point shooter here for the Cowgirls, able to strike.
The Knights typically turn to changing defenses to throw the rhythm off of their opponents, but it's not working right now. In that 1-3-1, you tend to give up some open threes, and that's playing into the hands of clearly what Oklahoma State wants to do.
Oklahoma State averaging 9 3-point makes per game, and there's one on the opposite end as Nate Brown says, I see you over there, and is able to connect. As that cuts the Cowgirl lead in half. We've played midway through this first quarter. So we get wholesale substitutions at the next timeout for both teams. As Ossie able to strike in the corner pocket over by that Knight bench. Annegret Ossie.
Pure shooter. She's just literally a pure shooter. When you see somebody popping backwards and getting their feet set and still knocking it down as if it was a layup, that lets you know you're dealing with a shooter.
Her 40th three-point make of the season as Akot challenges Magassa. And then the loose change comes down here to Hurd. And Hurd is going to have her shot contested as Rodriguez able to slide over.
And this is what we're talking about, the 1-3-1. You see her suck the defense in and kick it out to a shooter. And then you see her again on the ball reversal. They're able to draw that defense in and kick it out to shooters. That is the recipe for success against the zone.
And Ben, how about the release of Annegret Ossie? Gets it off ever so quickly. So substitutions come in for both squads. As no Hannah Gusters here today for UCF, the one-time Oklahoma State Cowgirl herself. Did not play last time out for the Knights, not in action here today. As shot clock now at 5, Hurd from the foul line and strokes it up and in. Now with 6 points for Staley Hurd.
There's nothing she can't do on this basketball court. And she's already put it on display. She'll push it in transition. She'll knock down a mid-range shot. She'll finish in traffic. She is impressive to watch, and she's only a sophomore.
Had 17 points the last time these two teams played back in Stillwater last year. Akot stepping out and hitting as Ashol Akot with the mid-range game.
Her growth and ability to make that shot throughout this season has been fun to watch. That is something that is an option they haven't always had this season. So her stepping up and knocking it down early is always a great sign.
And an extra step, Jaden Wooten, the young freshman, with the turnover for Oklahoma State. As now UCF here will look to take advantage with just over 3 minutes left to play here in this first quarter.
One person whose name we haven't said much, which we're used to saying a lot.
Caitlin Peterson.
Yes, she has not gotten it going just yet, but you know she's going to try to turn it on soon.
Castagnet, backup point guard for the Knights, gives it into Nagodu. Nagodu goes up strong, misfire the first time, second effort, you betcha. Count the bucket as the hoop and the harm as Egaremba was there to greet her.
Nagodu coming in and providing a spark. You see the energy Oklahoma State's playing with when you're coming off and coming into this game. She lifted her energy level and was able to stay with it and get a good finish.
Knights, one of the top teams in the Big 12 in terms of second chances, as number 4 in the league. Offensive rebounds with 13 per game. It's good to see Nagodu did not play in the loss against TCU, has been nursing the knee injury. You see her playing with that knee brace on the right knee. Wave off the made free throw, lane violation here for UCF. As they could have used her in the loss against TCU, but back in action here today in Orlando. Down inside it comes as there's Egaremba.
What a find by Macy Hurd. When I said that the Cowgirls offense was impressive to watch, that is what I mean. They share the ball very well.
The high, the low, taken away. That is Ossie. She'll trek up the floor. Ossie will give now. Horde, the 3-ball. And then last touch by Castagnet, out of bounds. What looked to be an easy rebound for the Knights, going to give the Cowgirls a second effort.
And the Cowgirls, they haven't made every shot, but they've taken nothing but good looks throughout this game.
And the easy score down inside. And Oklahoma State continuing to churn here offensively in this first quarter. As Hurd now with 8 points. And here's Caitlin Peterson, the quick reset. Gives it into the freshman. That's a dang ring, and now we'll get it back and look to try to create. Oh, dang ring down the boulevard is able to softly put it up and in. In the corner pocket is Horde, her 3. Peterson tees one up. And Wooten will come down with the remains. That one way errant.
Yeah, she rushed that one. You can tell she's starting to press a little bit, at least on that shot.
Offensive foul, as there was Caitlin Peterson sacrificing her body. Macy Hurd was driving in.
You see Caitlin coming off, reading the screen, gets trapped, finds a dang right there, but what a great pump fake finish and lay over the top of the help. That was an impressive finish that she was not doing early in the season.
Freshman Emily Rodriguez checking back into the game along with Nay Brown.
Oklahoma State giving UCF a taste of their own medicine, right? Sprinkling in some zone early to finish this quarter out just to give them a different look.
It'll be UCF basketball, last touched here by Oklahoma State. Ball never hit the iron, shot clock shows 5. As Castagnet will be the trigger woman here for UCF. And the final 52.5 seconds here in this opening quarter, and an offensive foul by the Knights.
Offensive foul by UCF is on number 8, May Brown, her first team.
May Brown, the point guard here for UCF. And the 5th year will now give back here to Oklahoma State.
Trying to be physical, you see May Brown setting a strong screen, but just got a little overzealous, trying to set the tone. Got called for a chippy one there.
It was almost the second effort, Ben. She initially had the screen and then kind of lunged her body forward. There was Wooten on the triple, and clearing it is Nagodu. There's a 3-second shot clock and game clock differential here. It's been all Cowgirls in this first quarter, shooting 61% good from the field. And have really given UCF fits here in the half court offensively. There's the reach-in foul going to be called by Micah Gray, an Oklahoma City product. Now she comes back home after beginning her career at Texas Southern, then Seton Hall, and now at Oklahoma State here for head coach J.C. Hoyt.
Well-traveled.
Yes, sir. As Castagnet, 2 seconds, she'll have to heave, and Lucy Castagnet's 3 will hit the heel of the iron, and that'll do it for the first 10 minutes of basketball.
Where they've lost a few games. So for them, this game was extremely important for setting the tone on how they want to play all the time.
Yeah, especially after the loss they took out in Houston, as turnovers would be a big problem for them. They got down by as many as 26 points before roaring back in the 4th quarter. Nearly were able to tie the basketball game, but credit the Cougars and Ronald Huey's ladies, able to get the victory in conference play, and so goes the Big 12 as one game to the next. As always a challenge, as Annegret Ossie with the foul for Oklahoma State here to begin this second quarter. The freshman Emily Rodriguez from the Dominican Republic will get 1 of 2, as Ben in that first quarter, turnovers really a problem for the Knights, as 7 miscues led to 12 Oklahoma State points.
Yeah, extremely frustrating, especially when you look at those turnovers. These are live ball turnovers that were unforced. Oklahoma State didn't do anything too creative to get those turnovers, but one thing they did do was turn them into points.
Shot clock now at 8. Hurd, she's going to levitate, and she's going to hit, as Staley Hurd now in double figures as she hits her first triple of the contest. Give her 11.
Yeah, when you watch her, you realize very quickly that she is a 3-level scorer. She can get to the basket, she can knock down the mid-range, and she makes 3-point baskets. But there you go. You see KP3 finally tapping into this game.
First score of the afternoon for Caitlin Peterson. Came in averaging just under 22 points. One of the top scorers in the Big 12. Now Ossie greeted by 2 Knights, and a foul is going to be levied As Stedman was there along with Emily Rodriguez.
What makes this so impressive for a player like Staley Hurd is that she's pulling up off the dribble, playing the forward spot, still knocking down threes off the dribble. And then you see KB, I mean, you can't keep the nation's best, one of the best leading scorers in the country, down for too long. She goes through contact with a tough finish. She's the spark that I think will allow this UCF Knight team to get back in this battle.
Degree of difficulty for that score by Caitlin Peterson. The judges, if this were gymnastics, would be holding up 10s. Are you kidding me? As she was falling away.
And then shooting it over with a 6-6 contest, to say the least.
Yeah, to boot. Annegret Ossie. Misfire on the second, as usually a surefire free throw shooter, as nearly 90% on the season. Ashalakot attacking the step through. It's going to be blocked. That was Magassa. She has given Akot fits already here back in the first quarter. Here is a long three launch. That was from Gray. And now on the push, here comes Rodriguez. As through the wickets, Rodriguez, she'll pull up in the lane. Silky smooth for the freshman.
In transition is where she will really put you on notice. She is versatile, and there she goes. When she gets it going and the game starts moving up and down, that's when you typically see the best version of Emily Rodriguez.
Summer Yancey saving it into Peterson. Peterson wanted a foul. They play on. As down on the baseline was Micah Gray.
And this is what I'm talking about. Probing, under control between the legs with a nice pull-up. That's something she has worked on all summer. But like you know, when you get the ultimate energizer, which is scoring baskets, you start to turn your game up in all facets.
And she's been playing with a bit of a vengeance here to begin this basketball game here for UCF. Already with 6 points to lead the way for the Knights. Now they're looking to defend. Ossie, the turnaround shot from the foul line. As Hurd offensive rebound, and then the tie-up, and it'll stay here with the ladies draped in orange.
The fight shown by Oklahoma State early in this one is something you clearly know they worked on this week and stressed, and thought that was a big problem against Houston.
Staley Hurd show continues on, is now with 13 points, kissing it up and in off the glass from the inbound. The set piece here for Oklahoma State, lead back out to 11.
And they ran the exact same play that they ran on the other side of the court to get Staley Hurd the exact same shot. UCF is going to have to adjust.
As you see those points in the paint thus far for the Cowgirls. It's the easy scores. Akot, this time with the left hand, standing her ground was Magassa.
One thing Ashall is going to have to recognize is that Magassa is 6'6", and she's actually extremely mobile. She is moving her feet and making those shots very tough. She might need to get off of it and get it back.
And she's got it right now, and down the boulevard she goes and scores it up and in. As the 5th year, Magassa with the score.
Looking extremely impressive. Being that tall and that mobile is not something you see at any level.
Playing energized. Here is Peterson. One and done for the UCF offense. And now pushing. Here's Gray, gives to Ossie, open look, and able to take advantage of it. And Satia Messer, another timeout. As Annegret Ossie able to strike from downtown once again. And the Cowgirls pushing that lead. As you see Micah Gray finding the open woman, and Ossie doing her job, knocking it down. Yeah, this is the way they've been playing prior to the Houston game.
There's no one-on-one. Like, nobody's made a one-on-one move, really.
Right.
This entire game, they literally dribble, kick it, shot.
Yeah, I mean, they've got people that can knock down shots from the outside.
Yeah. But the big girl is good.
Yeah, I've been impressed thus far. She started at Dayton, then went to Rhode Island, and that was one of her portal players, her and Gray.
It's almost like weird. She's the type of player that you wouldn't necessarily expect to see in a transfer portal ending up at Oklahoma State.
I was going to say, how? Yeah, I would have loved to heard that story. You know, how was that recruitment?
Makes this Oklahoma State cowgirl offense so special is their ability to shoot the ball. That's why when you see these numbers as a Knights fan, you gotta be a little worried. But what you love about it if you're Oklahoma State is that they've just purely been taking advantage of what the defense gives them and just executing on the offensive end.
Currently on a 7-0 run, is now out of the Satia Messer timeout. Knights will be greeted here by that 2-3 zone by Oklahoma State. As Rodriguez caught herself in mid-flight, was trying to foul Deng, didn't know if she wanted to shoot it. Instead, it's going to be a turnover here for UCF.
Again, we talk about unforced turnovers because that was the actual right look. She just threw the ball way too low. When you have your big with good solid position in the zone, you need to put that ball up to where only she can get it.
Way off by Hurd, and then Ossie knocking down the pass here at midcourt. As the senior from Estonia, third year in the program, began her collegiate career at Arizona, but has found a home in Stillwater. Has been one of the impact players here for Coach Hoyt the past several years. Here's Rodriguez stepping into a three and hitting from downtown.
That's huge. UCF is not known as a good three-point shooting team, but when you've got skilled players like Emily Rodriguez, you can get it going and start to knock down some shots to maybe get Oklahoma State out of that zone.
Rodriguez now with 9 points as Ossie's pass looked like it might have been deflected. Not going to be the case. Goes out of bounds.
Here you see Emily with her hands and feet ready. So when that ball came, she was ready to shoot, and she stepped up with confidence. They're going to need more of those.
Won a state championship a year ago. She was the Miami Herald, Miami-Dade Player of the Year. Here's Nay Brown with a triple. Right into the hands of Nagodu, who will just fumble it out of bounds, as they don't come much easier than that.
You love the hustle. You love the energy. You just wish she could come up with that one. She went with 2 hands, you know, just something unfortunate for the Knights.
Oklahoma State by a baker's dozen.
UCF switching defenses. The only problem has been is that these zones have given up three-point looks.
As Horde in the corner is going to quickly reset. Now Wooten. Opposite corner, Ossie's triple. And volleying for it, it's going to be last touched and out of bounds by Stacey Jones. Solid defensive sequence for Satia Messer's ladies. As now they'll have the length of the floor.
Got to be happy with that possession if you're Coach Satia Messer. Got to stop, but now it's about stringing them together.
As Rodriguez gets past Ossie, but then loses it, and an offensive foul is the late whistle continuation as Rodriguez going into the paint loses the basketball, adding injury to insult, her body carrying forward, and an offensive foul by the freshman.
Yeah, just unfortunate, but she started this game off. She's playing well, but just has to take care of this basketball. She's got 4 turnovers already. We'll see if she can reel it in a little bit, but still stay aggressive.
Ossie. And Peterson there with the remains. As Caitlin Peterson just 2 points on the game. Came in averaging 21. And a blocking charge or blocking foul is going to be called against the freshman Jaden Wooten. And Coach Messer will go to her bench. Ashola Kott and Stedman will come in, and Rodriguez and Deng will take a seat here at the 3:25 mark on this Saturday afternoon matinee in the Big 12. Off the inbounds, here's Stedman flicking it up.
UCF still trying to find a flow offensively. I think Oklahoma State has done a great job of staying connected, making UCF take tough shots. They still haven't found a flow just yet.
As here's Jaden Wooten. Talented product from the state of Kansas, and in the corner pocket, Staley Hurd. Another triple as, man, what a first half she has had here for the Cowgirls. Now 16 points on 7 of 10 shooting, including 2 triples.
Any mistake that you make on the defensive end that involves Staley Hurd, she will make you pay. Simple as that.
No look pass down to Nagodu. The chip shot misfires, and then a foul trying to grasp for that rebound. And that'll be the 14th foul here on UCF with 2:30 left to play as this lead is continuing to balloon now for Oklahoma State. Shot clock at 8, and kicking it off her shoe. That is Micah Gray. Turnover for the Cowgirls.
Emily Rodriguez checks back in for UCF, replacing Diana Nagodu.
As J.C. Hoyt's defense right now has limited UCF to just 1 of their last 7 from the floor.
And forced 9 turnovers. Cannot skip that part. That is the part, and these have been live ball turnovers for the most part. And there's a big difference when you're talking about an offensive juggernaut like Oklahoma State.
And another turnover by the Knights. As giving it up was Peterson. Now on the push. Here is Wooten in traffic. And Wooten can't get it to drop. Rodriguez wants to push. As Rodriguez is going to take an extra step. That's a good call. As she got to the foul line, put it around her back. And then that extra dribble.
Yeah, one thing Emily knows about herself, right? That she can score in the open court. But right there, she got a little overzealous, got a little aggressive, and just really just simply walked with it. She's going to have to stop turning the ball over, though, for the Knights to get back in this one.
Hurd with the triple, and then a foul here against a Knight who I believe Emily Rodriguez. It'll be instead on Ashola Kott. And that's going to send Oklahoma State now to the free throw line. And Coach Satia Messer will go to her bench as Ashola Kott will take a seat with 4 points. And to the free throw line, here is Stacey Jones, the 5th year, as a one-time Mercer Bear. First year in the program here at Oklahoma State, 1,000-point scorer in her career.
Depth, right? Oklahoma State brings a ton of depth to the court. There is not one person on this team that you can just key on and say, hey, they won't still be able to have success on the offensive end if you take them out of it. They've had multiple players score 30 points this year. So they're a veteran group. I mean, you're seeing it here, the 40 points already with a minute to go in the second quarter.
Here's Peterson, that shot clock winding down. Peterson driving, Peterson windowing it up and in as Caitlin Peterson splitting defenders, Ossie, but before the shot, a reach-in foul here against UCF. And Allie Stedman will be the recipient of the infraction.
Here you see Caitlin Peterson, when she's able to get downhill going right, she is one of the best scorers in the country, literally. She's fast, she's strong, and that's her go-to, really getting it downhill on that right-hand side and putting it high on the glass.
4 points here for Caitlin Peterson. In the meantime, Annegret Ossie going to look to become the second Cowgirl in double figures here in this first half, able to do so. 16 points in the loss against Houston on Tuesday. And again, the top free throw shooter here on this Oklahoma State team, but has missed her second free throw here already in this first half. Uncharacteristic. Yet Oklahoma State here with a commanding 41-24 advantage. Adang Ring is able to ring the bell as Steppen out with the mid-range.
That's a shot her and Scholes clearly have been in the gym overnight working on. They see that that's a shot with that high-low action that they go to. They're going to have to be able to make it, and they're stepping up, and the fruits of their labor are starting to pay off.
And here on the broken play, that was Stacey Jones. She's going to have her shot deflected. And then the hustle by Emily Rodriguez over by that Knight bench. It's going to be last touch by her, however. And it'll stay here with Oklahoma State. Shot clock is off with 14.5 seconds remaining in this opening half, where Oklahoma State has done a number on the Knights, generating turnovers, and has been able to turn those into points here in this first 20 minutes of basketball. Ossie gives it up to Wooten. It's now the freshman with the orange. Ossie driving in, kicking out. Three ball by Gray is going to be well short. And that's going to do it for the first half of basketball here from Orlando, where Staley Hurd,
those two specific areas they're going to have to clean up to get back in this one.
Well, you saw Caitlin Peterson with that touch, had just 4 points in the first half. She's going to have to get going for the Knights. As way short on the mid-range from Ashal Akat. Will be deflected, last touched here by Oklahoma State, 13 on the shot clock. So Oklahoma State will have a 13-point lead, or make that an 11-point lead after the first quarter, as the Peterson three is off. And then last touched here by Magassa out of bounds as she clutches her left, I think that the right side, kind of by her hip. She was tussling there with Ashal Akat.
UCF has been pretty out of sorts in the half-court offense. They got to get to their action and get to it quickly.
So now that shot clock here at 8. And trying to create is Caitlin Peterson. The two-woman game goes to the corner. Ashal Akat. As too strong, Staley Hurd with the rebound. That's her 5th of the contest. She came in Oklahoma State's leading rebounder at 8 per clip. Catch and fire three is up and good for Annegret Ossie. As find the open woman, that's what Hurd did.
But we got to give Staley Hurd her credit. That pass is not an easy pass to make. Having the vision, being able to skip that pass right on the money. It hit Ossie right in the chest. That is the difference between a good passer and a great passer. and you see the result.
Peter too strong with the three. More of Hurd. As Annegret Ossie has as many three-pointers as the number on the back of her jersey. As Magassa gets fouled by Emily Rodriguez.
And this is what I mean. You see the screen, but she keeps her head up and sees Emily Rodriguez just a little too far out of position in the help side and hits her shooter right on the money.
4 triples on the day for Annegret Ossie, who came in with over 150 career three-point makes. As a game ago, she would have 5 long balls in the loss against Houston, and here today with 4.
And those are the small things you see freshmen like Emily Rodriguez learn. She was in the right technical position, but when you're guarding a shooter, you have to be a little bit more outside than you normally would.
Nay Brown, a triple on its way. And there's Ossie for the rebound. And now the Cowgirls pushing. Open woman up ahead. That was Hurd, but unable to capitalize on the lay-in. So you saw Micah Gray running the point there, finding the open woman.
The unselfishness of the Cowgirls is as a basketball savant and fan, it's something that you just enjoy watching. They share the ball very well.
Second effort for Nay Brown. Has 14 assists, Ben, here for Oklahoma State, as they're going to give it back here to UCF. As the cross-court pass was errant, trying to find Hurd. As you see the unselfishness from J.C. Hoyt's ladies, as Coach Hoyt looking for her 50th win here in Stillwater here today. The former head coach at Missouri, Kansas City before getting the main gig here in Stillwater. Castagne around the pick, and her shot is off to the right. And give me that orange, says Staley Hurd.
She's everywhere. I mean, I feel like we've been saying her name the entire game so far.
Catch, fire, triple. Gray, she's got one in the holster. As Micah Gray, she was licking her chops. She was wide open. Give me that ball, and then she was able to knock home the three. It is a 20-point game, Ben.
Yeah, Micah Gray, a shooter that hasn't woken up yet, but clearly capable and ready when called upon.
Pass too high. Stedman was trying the high-low to Kayala Nagodu. And the Knights will have to retreat here defensively, and Caitlin Peterson will take a seat over on that Knight bench. Been a struggle here into the third quarter, just 2 of 8 for the senior guard. Caitlin Peterson has just 4 points. Here's Hurd popping. And Nagodu with the rebound, and then throws it out of bounds. Miscommunication. And you've seen that one too many times here today.
Yes, you have. I mean, it's really unforced. You know, there's a little bit of pressure. They were denying Castagna on that play, but no need to throw the ball away in that situation. Got to keep your composure.
And Nagodu will take a seat, and into the game the freshman comes, Adang Ring. Yeah, no Hannah Gusters here today for the second consecutive game for UCF. That's a huge blow here for Satia Messer, Ben, as would have loved to have her ladies at full strength.
Yeah, a calming influence and somebody that you would hope can match up with Magassa a little better, because she's been a force that the Knights have not figured out.
And Magassa with 7 points here today, the big for Oklahoma State. And Hannah Guster's the one-time Cowgirl herself before jumping in the portal and re-engaging with head coach Satia Messer. As losing the ball, that was Chandler Roberts, who's just checked in. One of the freshmen for the Knights.
14 turnovers for the Knights. It's just something they still have not found a way to stop the bleeding.
So UCF came in averaging 17 and a half miscues. 3 ball on its way, that was from Hurd. And then bodies colliding as Macy Hurd was there trying to corral it with Chandler Roberts. Macy Hurd, the daughter of Brock Hurd, one-time quarterback and long-time broadcaster. The college football level. There's now Castagne here for UCF. Knights with just 2 points in the quarter. Peterson back into the game as she wants a foul. A lot of contact. She was going up against Egareva.
Great job by Oklahoma State's recognizing the play. They saw that UCF was trying to set up Caitlin to get her to drive right. They still tried to force her left. She tried to still force it going right, but was forced into a tough one, wasn't able to get a good look at the basket.
And J.C. Hoyt says, reset, reset. As now the talented freshman guard, Jaden Wooten, she'll pull up. And trying to snare for the rebound was Summer Yancey, but it's going to be last touched there by the freshman for UCF, and it'll stay here with Oklahoma State. They'll get a refreshment on that shot clock. Emily Rodriguez will check in. She'll be the trigger woman. Should be Oklahoma State basketball.
Yeah, they had a little mental lapse there. Sometimes refs make mistakes. Not often.
Rodriguez nearly had the entire arena fooled. As Horde able to hit home the three. As her first triple of the game is up and good.
Depth in the three-point shooter category for Oklahoma State.
And an athletic rebound and a pogo stick. Summer Yancey puts it back up and in.
Showing a little life, right? You love to see your freshmen still come in the game and compete.
Skip pass. Gray three-point bomb, and erupting is that Oklahoma State bench.
One thing as a basketball player and a shooter, you take pride in being a zone buster. And what that means is that you make shots when teams go zone. And you're seeing that from Micah Gray.
Wooten with the foul. And that's going to lead us to a timeout on the floor. It'll be night basketball when we return to Orlando, where Oklahoma State, a 24-point advantage right now from Orlando.
As we embark on the 60th anniversary of the Posse, we want to take some time to express our gratitude for your continued support. Posse members have served as the lifeblood of OSU athletics, allowing us to provide an elite-level experience for our student athletes. And with your help, we can continue fulfilling our mission for decades to come. Cheers to 60 years. Join the Posse today. Call 405-744-7301 or visit okstate.com/posse.
Was that necessary?
No. Neither's missing your daughter's competition to do payroll. With Paycom, employees do their own payroll, so you don't have to miss your daughter's big day. Time to shine. Get Paycom and make the unnecessary unnecessary.
What do you want me to do? Cook dinner and pick her up from soccer practice?
Take a number.
Nobody likes to wait. Mercy is eliminating the wait for great health care. Our online tools mean you can get the care you need now. Mercy Now. More of what you need now.
Hi, I'm Baylor. When I was 14 months old, my liver just quit working. The doctors did everything they could, but I almost died. Then a miracle happened. I got a donated liver, and now I'm a singing, dancing 7-year-old. I'm alive today because a total stranger showed their heart by donating their organs. Make the choice to be a hero.
Oklahoma State is more than a university. We are a promise. A promise to inspire, to demand more from ourselves, and be leaders on a global scale. A promise to create, to solve the world's most complex problems, and to give back to our communities. At OSU, we are a promise to forever be loyal and true. Here at the nation's premier land-grant university, orange is the answer.
24th ranked Oklahoma State with a 24-point advantage. Time now to throw it over to our Cecily Shred.
Thanks, guys. Summer did not choose basketball at first. Her mom, Michelle, did. When she was 10 years old, she threw her in the game, even though Summer did not want to play. Her older sister at the time was playing, but Summer was taller than her sister, so her mom thought she would be a great candidate. The turning point came for Summer about a year later when her team was planning a tournament to Oklahoma, and her mom would not let her go, telling her she was not ready for it. That moment just sparked something for Summer. She wanted to improve and get better, and she did, and she found a true love for the game. Now, she told me she's grateful for the push, saying, "I thank her all the time. I don't know what I would be doing if I wasn't playing basketball." How about this journey for Summer, guys?
That's the journey that you love from an athlete, right? Somebody responding to some adversity, something that pushed them to do more than they normally felt like they would. It's a special story that I think pretty much almost every athlete that plays the game has that part of their story at some point.
Annegret Ossie with a stop and start now with 15 points here for Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I know I talked through that move, but my goodness, that hesitation was something to be seen. I mean, that's a senior move right there.
Yeah, lured the defender in. Here is Rodriguez, a woman in her mug. An airballed shot. Oklahoma State will come down with the remains as under 3.5 to play here in this third quarter. The Cowgirls looking to bounce back after getting dispatched on the road against Houston last time out. A 3-point Cougar victory.
See, you see it here. Hezzy, look it away, drag it, refuse the ball screen. Then the little hesitation to the finish. That's CP3 style right there. That is crafty point guard 101. Good move by her right there. That is one that, you know, every basketball player can respect.
You lure to the left, draws in the defender, and then she goes baseline style. And I know Ben was able to do that a couple or 3 times or 7 times in his days at Princeton, right, Ben?
I wish. Right? I wish I was that good. You know, I might have had a few moves in the bag, but the fake spin, that was a few and far between move for me.
The length of the floor here for the Knights as they are shooting just 34% on the game. And they've turned it over 4 times in the last 5 minutes of basketball. Peterson. Ring, she'll tee up a 3. And Ashala Kotz will cherry pick an offensive rebound, and she'll get pushed.
I'm not sure if that's the 3-point shot they were looking for from a dang Ring popping out at the top of the key. Not a terrible look, but a look that you will have available to you at any point in the shot clock.
Macy Horde will check out of the game. That was her 3rd foul for J.C. Hoyt. And into the game now is Riley Langerman, the 5th year from Norman, Oklahoma. Peterson trying to probe, but great Oklahoma State defense. Shot clock now at 5. Step back, Brown, and she'll get fouled as Jaden Wooten on the reach-in.
Yep, freshman, right? Played great D, was in the exact position that you want to be in. Forced a tough shot, but tried to block the shot. That's one where you need to be content with the shot that you forced her to take and just live with the results.
And the Gatorade Player of the Year in the Sunflower State will take a seat over on J.C. Hoyt's bench. Into the game will come Alexia Smith, and now Nay Brown to the free throw line for the first time on the day. The 5th year from Charlotte, North Carolina, the one-time ETSU player where she was an All-SoCon first-team member and was able to do the damage at the foul line.
Here come the Knights with some pressure. Let's see if that can turn some things up for them. And it's not even necessarily where you need to get turnovers, but turn up the energy that they're bringing on the defensive end.
Snapping the pressure, Oklahoma State. Langerman, a triple. as it rims in and out, but she'll get her own rebound. And then it'll be a over and back. Mishandling it there inside that UCF logo. And then goes into the backcourt. Turnover here for Oklahoma State. In the final 2 minutes here of this third quarter, and Knights are gonna give it right back. And another one of those unforced errors, Ben.
Yeah, mental lapses. Simple as that. There's nothing that caused it, just not paying attention on the floor. Turnovers you don't love to see at this part of the game.
Here's a triple. That was from Micah Gray, who's hit 3 of them already on the day. And a blur up the floor. That is Caitlin Peterson, her first score here of this second half. And the short corner jumper up and good for the Eufaula, Alabama product.
They're gonna need more of that, transition baskets, but the problem with that is you're gonna have to get stops and get the rebound. They haven't been able to do that in enough plays to really get Caitlin Peterson going.
Yeah, you need the consecutive stops defensively. Spin move by Magassa, leaves it short. The Cowgirls doing a good job getting back defensively after Peterson was able to fly up the floor.
For an offensive focused team, they have done a great job executing their defensive scouting report.
Ashala Kott drives in, and a Kott with the left hand over the bigger Magassa. And a Kott's first score here of the second half. She's got 6 points. Driving, spinning, Gray, how pretty is that?
The number of weapons that they have on this Oklahoma State Cowgirls roster is impressive. Who they're able to get the ball to doesn't even matter. It's gonna be a playmaker.
That was Micah Gray's first 2-point field goal. Is she the third Cowgirl now in double figures on the day? 11 points for Micah Gray. As a 1,000-point scorer in her career. And again, the pressure here in the backcourt for Satia Messer. Shot clock is off. As Oklahoma State now up into the forecourt.
The pressure and the changing defenses has not affected Oklahoma State the way it has. The Knights have turned to that to affect other teams.
Hurd's triple. Offensive rebound, power dribble. Magassa unable to connect. And that'll do it here from Orlando for the third quarter, which West Virginia, the Cowgirls have already beaten.
Right, and this is why games like this are so important. Right, so you have TCU, then you have some of those games that might not be of the same caliber to your players, right? Like they might not get as hyped up about them, but you need that energy to be consistent. So you love that they're coming out in this one and bringing their own energy.
And if you're this coaching staff, Ben, you gotta like the bounce back here after the loss against Houston. Sure, it was a 3-point game, but they were down by as many as 25+ points in that basketball game as Caitlin Peterson gets scoring underway here to begin this fourth quarter. 20-point advantage for the Cowgirls.
Yeah, if you're Oklahoma State, the one thing that you love about this one is that you're not playing out of your mind, right? Like you're not having one of the best games as far as shooting the ball, but everybody is giving 100% effort in everything that they do. As you see here, Staley Hurd cleaning up the glass and getting an easy 2.
Going up on the top rung as Staley Hurd flying through the air, grabbing the rebound and the putback, and that is her first score here of this second half. She had 16 first half points. Is now with 18 points and 8 rebounds in 28 minutes of action here for Staley Hurd, the scintillating sophomore.
Leading by example, right? Like she is a living example of competing on every play, no matter the score, no matter the arena and who's in it. That's what you love about her.
Yeah, she's getting even better here, Ben, in her second campaign in Stillwater. And she was a good one a year ago. She was part of the all-freshman team in the Big 12. The drop inside into Magassa. There's two players atop of her. It doesn't matter. As a French woman able to get the score.
What a setup by Anna. You see her attack a closeout, stay on balance, throw the lob, and that's what we were talking about UCF was messing up earlier. They weren't throwing the lob to their bigs high enough. She put it just where only Magassa could get it, and she just caught it and finished it. Great play.
Unable to capitalize on the free throw, and then the long rebound out to Summer Yancey here in the half court, where today, Ben, that's really been the struggle, is once this UCF offense has to really set things up into the half court. That has been an issue throughout the course of the season for Satia Messer's ladies.
Yeah, and their biggest challenge really has been figuring out how to attack Magassa. With her standing in the front of the paint, it really made it tough for them to get those driving angles and get all the way to the basket enough to keep this game competitive.
Mae Brown with the reach-in foul. As J.C. Hoyt's team predicted to finish 11th in the league, yet sits in 3rd place here middle of January. And another score in the paint here for the Cowgirls.
They have run this screen and slip play against this zone for Staley Hurd, every baseline out of bounds, and gotten a score. I know Coach Hoyt is going to keep that play in the books.
Pretty move by Mae Brown, as off the dribble drive, she's able to pull up and quickly sink it in. Hurd now with 20 points. Her season high this year is 29. Another lob into Magassa. Unable to corral that. Dang with the remains. And here's the transition game. This is where UCF excels. Rodriguez. Chandler Roberts trying to save it. Able to do so as heady play. There is Summer Yancey, and the Knights play on. Two-woman game. And a traveling violation for Chandler Roberts, the freshman.
Just got moving too fast, but you can't knock the energy. Getting offensive rebounds, still passing, still fighting.
And Magassa's second effort is there.
Not so much on that position.
Four Cowgirls currently in double figures. As Magassa now with 11. And now Ring, the freshman, will test her and lose it out of bounds. Back-to-back turnovers on back-to-back possessions for UCF. And the freshman will take a seat, and Kyla Nagodu will come in for Satia Messer, as those miscues here today for UCF have really hurt.
Yeah, and the pressure that they've been putting on Oklahoma State has been the reason they've been getting so open. They've been throwing it over the top and attacking it almost every time down, and it's setting up open looks every possession.
Speaking of open looks, that was Micah Gray. And trying to save it, that was Staley Hurd sacrificing the body. She's still going at 100%, despite her team being up 26.
Coach Hoyt talked about it with us before the game. She said Staley Hurd is the ultimate competitor. When she is out there, as you see in the passing lane, streaking it up 20, going to the basket, still getting fouled. I mean, she's already put up a great game on the boards when you talk about the points, the rebounds, and she's still in the passing lanes, being aggressive, getting to the basket. That is why they love her over there in Oklahoma State.
And as Hurd with 5 steals on the game.
Checking in for Oklahoma State, number 22, Mason Hewitt, replaces on Brett Ossie. Staley Hurd at the line for
Quick substitution, Ossie comes out, Wooten comes in. And now 2 shots here for Staley Hurd. as the newest member to the family, as you see J.C. Hoyt's husband there, Daniel, as the newest member of the crew. Harlow Renee Heflin has been a busy 2024, now into 2025 for the family, as there's Dad making the trip along with the newest member to the Oklahoma State family. As we'll step aside, 6:05 left to go here in the fourth. It's all Oklahoma State. For it was almost it was a decade. I think it was 10 or 11 years. Joe Girardi.
Yeah. Looks like he's still got a little in the tank.
Dude, 60.
Could have fooled me. Definitely got to make sure I do my push-ups tonight now, because goodness gracious, I'm slacking.
Are you?
Looking at that guy.
I know, but that's a lot to make up for. You might be. It might be too far gone.
It's been a 2025 goal, so we are on pace.
He also played in major leagues for a little while.
Yeah. He's got a head start.
So he caught David Cohn's, or David, right? David Cohn, right? Major David Cohn, right? His perfect game, and Dwight Gooden's 2 no-hitters. Let's see here. Big 12 basketball here for our Saturday. We've got 2 other games. Yeah. Head into Hilton. Now we can talk about Johnny's team heading to Hilton on Tuesday.
After a gut wrencher. Can guard a team for 3.5, huh?
What's that?
I mean, it was 3.5 seconds left on the sideline where you give up a 1-dribble layup.
This is potentially the first win. And that one also too.
But they beat them.
True, but here at home. '24th ranked Oklahoma State here today for UCF, in which the Cowgirls with a 28-point advantage doesn't get any easier, is on the road to Hilton. Coming up next Saturday is Iowa State, currently in 3rd place in the Big 12, and then the Baylor Bears, Ben, who are sitting in 2nd place as we speak. So Satia Messer's ladies have already faced off against 4 top 25 teams here thus far in Big 12 play. Hey, there's Joe Girardi, as former Major League Baseball player as well as manager for the New York Yankees. A score inside, an easy one for UCF. It's a dang ring able to get the easy chip shot.
Handle the pressure well on that one. You gotta love that.
As Joe Girardi lives here in the Central Florida area. Won a couple as a player, World Series rings, as well as a skipper for the Yankees, in which he was a manager for over 10 years. As there is Nagodu with a big block shot on Horde. So he's over on that Oklahoma State bench here today.
Here you see Horde, she tried to get by, tried to sneak one up on the glass, but Nagodu says, no way.
And no soup for you, says Nagodu.
Still competing.
There were 5.5 left to go in the 4th. As the curl, Gray, the triple no. Rebound for Dang Yes. And now UCF here up in the forecourt. And Ben, if you're UCF here just trying to close things out strong, Rodriguez triple, and then the long rebound. It's going to be an easy score potentially, as Staley Hurd is going to get fouled by Rodriguez. As jumping back defensively, another steal for Hurd. Is that her 6th of the game?
Yeah, her 6th steal to go with her 22 points and 8 rebounds. She's done it all, to put it simply.
Yeah, the sophomore has herself a game. As the honoree for the National Player of the Week on Tuesday, she was named the USB WA National Player of the Week, as 2 Cowgirl victories last week, and that really afforded them to get into the top 25, one of which was against ranked West Virginia. And we're going to get an official's timeout as an ankle injury for Rodriguez. There's that right ankle. She's going to be helped out over to that Knight bench. And we got a break in the action here. Just under 5 minutes left to play as Oklahoma State looking to try to close things out.
Inbound the ball after the free throw.
We're gonna have to take a peek back at that.
It's gotta be I'm like, you can't sprain your ankle on a free throw. Unless she did it. Oh, it might have happened. No, that's the free throw.
Yeah, it's before that.
Before that.
It's before that. Yeah, she's already hurting, right? She's already working it out.
Oh, it must have happened during the play.
So
the frustration foul.
Yeah. Does she, let's see here.
Right there, I guess.
And boom, there on the baseline where the right foot comes down.
I can't tell.
Yeah. Ben, check it out.
At least the fans are having fun.
I guess that's our silver lining. Chiefs up 13-3. Anna Gradassi. Looking for their 15th victory here of the season. The senior, Anna Gradassi. And effective offensively, also a distributor here today, Ben.
That is what she does. She's just a playmaker. For this Oklahoma State Cowgirls team, she just finds herself in the right places and making just the right play. She can pass it. She's shifty. She can shoot the ball. I mean, on the season, close to a 40% three-point shooter. She is a leader of this group and brings that veteran leadership to help this team get the results that they're looking for in the way that they want.
See the double-figure scoring also with 4 dimes on the day and 30 minutes of action for J.C. Hoyt's ladies, who are trying to gobble up their 5th victory in Big 12 play. And stealing them on the road, Ben, is always a good thing. Ever so challenging in the Big 12.
It definitely is. And what you're seeing right now at this point in the game, is Coach Hoyt making sure the principles that they've instilled in their team are continue to show no matter the score or time. So they're still playing extremely hard, still running their sets. She's trying a few different things on the defensive end, see if they work. Might see some different lineups, but you're still seeing the main contributors out here.
Staley Hurd has been active all game long, as nearly 36 minutes in, as getting the offensive rebound, which is leading her to free throws. As how active has she been?
The ultimate. I mean, there's no place, there hasn't been many plays where she has not been involved. You see her going up over the top. I mean, you have 20 points, almost got a double-double already, and she's still reaching over, diving for rebounds. You love to see it.
Misfires, however, on both free throws. There's now just 4 minutes remaining here in the game, and which has been a busy day here from Orlando inside Edition Financial Arena. The easy high-low as Nagodu to ring is part of a doubleheader here today, as Johnny Dawkins' guys were hosting top 10 Houston. That one coming down to the wire. As I know, Ben, you were part of the pregame show with the broadcast of that game here today, in a game in which was back and forth, and that is Big 12 basketball to a T, coming down to the wire.
Oh, it was your traditional Big 12 battle, but had a little extra juice with it being Houston. As you see, Darius Johnson, I mean, the NIL deals are clearly treating this guy well. Look at the bling in the ears, but he deserves it. I mean, he had a great game today. They really competed. Just fell a little short. 3.5 seconds away from coming away with a big victory. That's how tight it was.
Yeah, Darius Johnson, 13 points today, one of the best scoring point guards in the nation. Nagodu wanted a foul, doesn't get it, but cleaning things up is Adang Ring. Comes off a season-high 9 points in the loss last time out. Adang Ring has 8 here today. But Oklahoma State, who jumped out to that early lead and never looked back, outscored the Knights 25-14 in that first quarter.
They have controlled the tempo the entire time. They've been extremely unselfish, had a few uncharacteristic turnovers, but that's about it.
But you haven't seen any sort of night run of any great length here in this second half, which is the coaching staff for Oklahoma State. You got to like the way your ladies have played here through nearly 40 minutes of basketball.
And that's a testament to the execution of the defensive scouting report, right? Like, we give so much credit to Oklahoma State for their offensive output, but today it was just as impressive on the defensive end, how they were able to hold Caitlin Peterson. I mean, Emily Rodriguez got it going a little bit early, but they were able to fluster her as well. So their execution on the defensive end has actually been very impressive.
J.C. Hoyt going to get her 50th victory as a Cowgirl head coach, as the former Wichita State Shocker, the point guard. She was a captain for the Shockers back in her playing days. Oklahoma State here with the foul on Nagodu. And the recent mom, her first.
Superwoman.
That's right. Very, very busy there, juggling, obviously, being a mom, and at the same time getting these Cowgirls into the top 25 for the first time since 2018. So there's a lot of action there in that first half. Maybe getting a nap right there is Harlow.
Yeah, rightfully so. Of course, I love the name Harlow because my daughter's name is Harlow.
You don't say?
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, born December 1st of 2023. So
okay.
I was happy to hear. I didn't think there were many Harlows out there, but they might become best friends. Who knows?
Look at that. So maybe just a year removed, as a year and a half or so, right?
Right.
Nagodu from the foul line.
UCF has tried to execute some pressure, but Oklahoma State has done just an amazing job at dissecting whatever defense UCF has thrown at them. I mean, they throw the 1-3-1, they throw the diamond press, man-to-man press, man-to-man half-court. There's been no stopping the Cowgirls today.
Yeah, they have been composed. They've turned it over just 14 times here today. We've seen a litany of different looks here by this Knight defense. 4 ladies have scored in double figures. They have knocked home 10 triples. They have scored 32 of their 69 points in the paint. One of the ladies in double figures here tonight is this woman right here at the foul line. It's Tenin Magasa, the 5th year. One of a handful portal selects for Coach J.C. Hoyt, and portal has been very kind to them. They have gelled here in 2024-25. As batting it down is Magasa, and she'll come up with the steal. So now you got to reward the big woman, right?
You know it.
Here on the trail. Oh, the offensive foul as there is Nagodu to set up shop.
Great take by Nagodu, but great run by Magasa. You try to reward her on that. Hit the trail, great run. Just sometimes it happens when you have some of your bigs trailing. They can't necessarily Euro step or slow themselves down. Just got caught in a bad spot there.
Well, Ben, we've talked about this Oklahoma State offense and how effective they have been. The defense obviously creating the turnovers, but they have limited UCF to just 38% shooting on the day, and they have held Caitlin Peterson to a season-low 8 points here this afternoon.
And when you talk about defense, and we had that conversation with Coach Hoyt, that was the name that she wanted her team to be focused on. Caitlin Peterson, she's known across the country, especially in this Big 12 conference, that she is #1 when you're trying to stop the Knights offense, and they did just that. I mean, they just made it really tough for her and didn't give her any open looks.
Bodies falling to the deck. That was Egarevba along with Ring. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ring. And Oklahoma State now here with 95 ticks left in the game. Quick steal, Summer Yancey. And Yancey with the left hang. As the thievery and the score. And a timeout here for J.C. Hoyt. As her ladies bouncing back. After the road loss earlier this week, come back out onto the road and get the win here against UCF. As it'll be a week off here, at least no midweek game this week for UCF. And now the challenge is the Cyclones of Iowa State, and one of the best atmospheres in all of college women's basketball is playing at the Hilton, which Johnny Dawkins' guys will be going out on Tuesday to take on Iowa State, who's #2 in the nation.
Yeah, I've had the opportunity to go out to Ames, and it is a sight to see. I mean, the fans there are rabid about all of their Iowa State Cyclone teams, so the women are no different. It will be a raucous crowd. I do expect it to be pretty hostile in there. UCF will need the time off, see if they can recalibrate, get back to Knights basketball, and put a good showing together against Iowa State.
And here on the release, as Nay Brown was able to jump back defensively. As Kennedy Evans, who's recently checked in the game, she had the release. And would look to be an easy score. Nay Brown was able to track her down, and now we're going to get an official's look at things to decide perhaps whether or not this could be a little bit more than just a customary personal foul.
Why?
So we'll go to the scores desk right now.
It looked clean to me.
The last one is under review for a possible upgrade.
As Dee Cantor, Natasha Cami, along with Jamie Broderick. Our crew here today is, how about the chuck down the floor?
Yeah, no, a very great play against the pressure to set your freshman up to get an easy deuce. She goes for the ball. She actually blocked it. I mean, made a little contact. I just thought it was a basketball play.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be the easy call here.
She didn't hit her in the head or anything, so it's clean, just a foul.
Yeah, Nay Brown's elevation, she was already atop of.
Right.
After review, the play stays a common foul, common personal foul.
That's the right call.
Yeah.
So free throws now here for Evans with 82 seconds left in the game.
Also, shout out to the referees on that one, not belaboring the point, not looking at 100 different angles, giving it a look, making a determination, and on we play.
Kennedy Evans, the freshman from Little Elm, Texas. And she'll get free throws now here for Oklahoma State, who's 8 of 17 on the game. And J.C. Hoyt's ladies, a solid bounce back effort here in Orlando. And now Nay Brown here at the controls for UCF. Again, there was no Hannah Gusters here today for the Knights. Second consecutive game in a row that they have played without her services.
They could have definitely used her.
You could definitely say yes. And on the offensive rebound, UCF able to clean it up after the Ashol Akat misfire. And it's Kayala Ngodu. Tough day for that woman right there, one of the top scorers in the Big 12, Caitlin Peterson. Just 8 points on 4 of 11 shooting. Way short for Ngodu. And now the final 60 seconds of basketball here from Orlando, which has been a dominating Oklahoma State performance on the afternoon. Egarevba. And now Nay Brown after the Ngodu rebound. Here's Yancey. She'll tee up a three, and she will get Summer Yancey. With a handful of freshmen here for Coach Messer, who've gotten extensive minutes here today with some of the shuffling of the lineup.
They have talent, right? Like, they have freshman talent. If you're talking about the future of the UCF Knights program, they have some things to work with, right? Like, you have some freshmen that can be key contributors down the road that are definitely skilled.
It's coming up. We'll get some post-game comments from a Oklahoma State Cowgirl. There's 4 ladies here tonight in double figures, being led by Staley Hurts, 23 points, as she had herself a game, a double-double for the sophomore. As 23 points, 10 rebounds, 9 of 17 from the floor, had 5 steals on the day, was very effective on both ends of the floor. Able to really set the tone from the get-go, that huge get-go. Huge first quarter for Oklahoma State, as that tandem right there, as Ossie and Hurd combining for 38 of the 70 Oklahoma State points here today. It'll be a happy ride back to Stillwater as the Cowgirls will jump aboard a bird and get back hopefully before midnight tonight.
One thing that people do not know is that that flight home sits on your mind in games like this, okay? You want to make sure you bring out the energy and effort, because that's when terrible trips happen.
Well, we saw the play of the 2 guards, but also the play of the 5th-year senior, the 6'6", Tenen Magassa had herself a day.
Been nothing short of impressive. Not because, I mean, she's really tall, but she's extremely active. She ran the floor well. She contested shots. Here you see her running the floor again, keeping the ball high. Her energy was extremely impressive, and good for her in the game that she was able to put together today and help her team get a big road win.
12 points, 5 rebounds. One of the prize portal picks for J.C. Hoyt, difference maker here on the day, and 40-minute win here for Oklahoma State, who's at 15.5 seconds away. We're going to get a what?
I think it was a holding foul.
Trying to get out of this game without any injuries. It was delaying the inevitable here with free throws.
22, Dane Ranger, third.
As Coach Hoyt emptying her bench. As Brenna Butler, now the sophomore from Groover, Texas, will now toe the line for 2. And it'll be the 5th win here in Big 12 play for Oklahoma State, a team that was 14-16 a year ago, 7-11 in the conference. And finds themselves in the top 25. We'll see if that sticks, Ben, after the loss against Houston, who had yet to register a win in the Big 12. They were able to steal a victory over Oklahoma State, but a good bounce back here today. We'll see whether the Cowgirls can stay in the top 25.
I would definitely say talent-wise, skill-wise, they are a top 25 team. So they might fall out for a short stint, but in this conference, there's nothing but opportunity to get back in it.
Adang Ring, 12 points here today. That leads the way for the Knights, but too much Oklahoma State here today as big lead at the half, and they were able to coast in the second. And they get the dub here out.